So I'm going to talk here for a moment about a very delicate subject that I keep getting asked about, and it's, to be honest with you, foreign to me, so I had to look into it a bit. I'll just read you just two emails just from this week from two wives. Hi, Suzanne. I was wondering what your stance is on threesomes. Again, I have to look this stuff up. Or other promiscuity within the married couple. That kind of answered it there. Before meeting my fiance through an online dating app, I saw a lot of couples open to welcoming a third. This does not feel right and somehow degrading to the marriage and to the third. You think? She's a 26-year-old mother of one, and she's engaged to be married to the father of her daughter. Your show has helped us tremendously in navigating how to show up in my marriage in an appropriate, enjoyable way for both of us that will lead to longevity. Thank God. So thankful for your content. But there's so much out there right now encouraging women, even married women, to engage in promiscuity, although my instinct tells me it's wrong. That's Kimberly from Canada. And then this other one is from Elizabeth, who basically says her husband started suggesting that we do all kinds of weird sexual stuff. He's fascinated by swinging and other women, blah, blah, blah. I gathered from, and he said the other night that he would have followed that lifestyle if he was not married. I gathered from his comment that I'm in the way of his pursuing a lifestyle of promiscuity. Okay, so basically, I'm also getting a lot of people asking me to address, which I will in a podcast eventually, porn. Internet porn, which is unquestionably, apparently a major, issue for marriages today. And I know that too, because I hear from that. I hear from clients of mine about this issue. Obviously, everyone knows what my answer is going to be. Obviously, I can't support that. That's not marriage. That's not marriage. The issue is how prevalent is this? How prevalent is this, and why now? Because, this stuff has always been around. It's not new in and of itself. But if it's more predominant and it's more of a pressure issue from your spouse, then you have something else going on. I truly believe that this is a result of the last 30 years of this explosion. I shouldn't say 30 years, maybe it's just 20. This explosion in internet porn, which, like I said, I'll do a whole separate thing on, but look, you're going to become desensitized when you have access to this stuff on a daily basis to where it becomes normalized. And the more you are entertaining, I had to look up this site that one of these people mentioned, the Strictly Anonymous podcast. I don't recommend it. I had to go there and flip through to see what the heck these stories are about. But essentially, at the end of the day, you're just exposing yourself to porn-like stories or material for the sake of entertainment that could be very addicting, and ultimately is what's causing, I think, a lot of men. This is usually a husband issue or a man issue of asking their wives to take part in this. No. What other answer could there possibly be? No, that's not an option. We don't do that. That's not what marriage is. So, this gal who's literally entertaining that or having to answer to this before she even marries him and she's engaged and they have a child together, make that clear now. One of the things that I've noticed, because I just had a conversation with somebody yesterday about this, is that people are getting with other people who do not agree on what marriage is. And maybe there hasn't been enough attention on this being a thing when you are dating someone and thinking about marrying them. You need to know their views of marriage as an institution and their views on divorce. That will tell you pretty much all you need to know, because if you don't have the same attitude about, or beliefs rather, in what it means to be married, what you want from it, you're not going to make it, because you're going to end up finding finding out after the fact that you're not on the same page. So that's something that I don't think gets a lot of attention, is finding out what someone's views on marriage and divorce are before you ever marry them. And certainly ideas of threesomes or whatever else from this exposure that men have had to internet porn is part of that conversation. So I hope that helps. It makes me so sad to think about the things that young people have to contend with on top of just the normal conversations about marriage. But that's where we are, I guess.